I'm just gonna click some of these and not even care what's behind me.
Yes!
Oh god, look at that calling card.
We did. What is up, dudes? I'm not usually a zombies YouTuber. I used to upload custom zombies back in the heyday, and even some zombies videos back in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. And then I kind of stopped and slowed down a little bit, but this game has brought back my joy for zombies. My World at War child in me that used to camp under Reese on the catwalk and used to hold out as long as possible. This strat is basically that. It's camping in a corner that you know zombies can't come from behind you, and just spraying and holding down with your friends as long as possible. Now, this game makes it insane to get to high rounds very, very quickly. Getting to 100 probably took us roughly 4.5, 5 hours once we found this strat out. If you started from the beginning of this game and you have at least 2 or 3 dies, I would recommend even having 4 of them, and then one person having a ray gun. You could just sit in this strat, and it'll probably go back even faster. Now, this strat is not going to work, and let me tell you right now, it's not going to work if you are a solo player. At least I haven't tried it. I don't think it would work because you're trapped in here. But the great thing about this strat is when you're trapped in here, you can still escape with the portal behind you, and there's not like a wait time or something when someone else is using it. Everyone can escape at once. We really didn't have to do that too often until like maybe like a horde came in here randomly because we didn't have ring of fires at the direct moment that we needed to, or someone was reloading and we didn't have any things to throw at them, or just maybe we needed to use a die and the die wasn't fully recharged to use a shockwave ball. This strat just works super, super well. I think we ended up dying in this strat. Not dying, but ended up going down a couple of times. I would say from round 70 to 100, we probably went down equally, maybe 3 or 4 times. It got a little stressful sometimes, but once we got the strat down where one person would use the Ring of Fire while the other one would level it up, and then they would use the Ring of Fire. In this strat, we only had 2 Ring of Fires. I would recommend 3 or more, depending on how many players you have in your lobby, and it would just constantly be buffing your everything, basically, your damage overall, the output. The die Shockwave is probably the best wonder weapon that Zombies has ever had, even next to the Soliquifier, because you literally don't run out of ammo, so you don't ever have to worry about running out of ammo. And as long as you have someone with a ray gun that's providing a little bit of damage, you just hold down right click or whatever your ability is on a controller. I believe it's left trigger then. You would just be able to suck up all of the zombies' health, basically. And when you have Ring of Fire, any big bosses, any megatons that come after you, just hold down the button, just suck them all up like a meat grinder that you are with this weapon, and he's dead in like literally a couple seconds, not even. Sometimes it would just he would just explode just out of nowhere. It was insane. And whenever zombies start pouring in, that's kind of when you want to use the shockwave ball on the die shockwave. You really don't need to get any upgrades on this gun whatsoever. This thing is just a nutty wonder weapon. It's just a precaution. I think this one does a lot more damage than any of the other Wonder Weapons upgrades. I hope they kind of buff some of them, especially the Toxic one. The Toxic Ball, it's just not good. It doesn't do, like, any damage, it feels like. It's just a very trash Wonder Weapon upgrade for this, and I don't recommend using that whatsoever. I recommend if you're going to use a strat, just use a normal die. You can get them from basically just completing the challenges in the challenge room and just doing it until you get a legendary one, or just keep going until you actually end up getting it from the box, or you find it out of the crystals in the dark ether. There's tons of ways for you to basically get this. We ended up getting like 6, and then also the door. If you do the door strat where you suck zombies in, and then the door will open up, and then you'll have the die free for yourself. You could get 4 dies probably by round 10. It's super, super easy. The only strat, if you want to use the ray gun, that thing, I think we only got it 2 times from round 1 to round 100. It's still almost impossible to get. It's just crazy. I don't know why it's so difficult to try to find one of these things. But basically, all you need to do, sit in this room. You open it up after going through the portal, opening a pack-a-punch and stuff like that. And you want to basically have stuns just in case they come and pour into this room, because if you throw a stun in this room, they all just stop. and it'll block the doorway so no more zombies can come through, and they'll give you a little bit of breathing room to either shockwave them or get another ring of fire for you to keep going on. And this strat is just super good. It's just really good for high rounds for players that just want to play a little bit safe, I guess, and don't want to like have to train around. And honestly, this is very hectic. Even the frames on this get a little bit crazy, I'm not going to lie. Usually I'm getting around 120 sometimes the frames, especially when a lot of zombies are coming in. It drops down to 30, which is a little rough for PC, I'm not going to lie. It's just a lot of particles on the screen. This strat may or may not crash a PS4 or Xbox One. I'm not going to lie. If you have a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, probably won't crash it. But if you're a PS4 or an Xbox One, you might want to try this out and see how long your console can go. But this is my strat. Just have some stuns. Have a couple of people with the dies. I would recommend all of them, and have at least a ray gun. And everyone have a ring of fire, and just trade out ring of fires constantly over and over again, and literally nothing will be able to touch you. Also, if you go down, make sure you get self-res too, because you're definitely going to need a self-res for this, just in case something crazy happens, because if this place gets flooded, there's no way you're rezzing someone in here. There's literally no way. So this is the only way that I know right now that works perfectly and goes really, really fast to get that calling card for getting to round 100 on zombies. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. My name has been Freaky. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. Check out the other video that I uploaded today at the end of this video, and I will see you in